Good morning, welcome to another video. I thought today I would do kind of like a, day in my life as a small business owner type of video. So right now it's after 7 a.m. I'm about to take my dog Raiden for a walk. We walk about 4 times a day in the summertime because it's light for a long time and the weather's nice, so we take advantage of this. I get up at about 5:30, I take my shower, I have half a cup of coffee and spend some time with my husband as he gets ready for work. And then right around 7 is when I get rolling here, and I like to get out and take a walk as soon as I can and get outside, get some fresh air, get some movement. And then I'll show you what else I do, but I have a little routine in the morning where I try to get myself centered. I do some gentle yoga and things, so I'll show you that. And then I make some breakfast and then I get to work.
Hi, sweet boy. Do you want to go for a walk? No, you want to lounge around in the chair? I think we should go for a walk. I made room sprays, I made some perfume oil, and these are little bags of botanicals to go in the foot kits. So yesterday, this is turning into a multi-day vlog, I made these room and linen sprays. Oh, this one smells good. It's got cedar wood in it. So I package them in these little aluminum bottles with sprayers, but I just got shipment in from Candle Science and I decided to try their Eco Base room and linen spray. It's not all natural, but it's a professional product, so I thought I would give it a try. This is a concentrate, so I'm going to have to reconstitute it, and I think it's going to make a lot of bottles of room and linen mist. And then I got a bunch of 4-ounce fragrance oils, and then when you order so many dollars worth of product, you get a bag that you cannot open. You get a free fragrance oil, so I'm gonna try this one. You can't smell it through the bottle, but I'm gonna try this one. So yeah, sometimes I get these little 1-ounce bottles just to try fragrances out. It's usually enough for me to make like 3 of my little candles, and I have a pretty good idea. I can do some testing that way, and then if it works out, then I can buy the bigger bottle. But right now, over here, I have all these boxes that I have to open. Some of them are new candle vessels. And then I've got my jars that I make my gratitude jars with. And it looks like all of these made it intact. I love these little tumblers. They're little mini clear tumblers. And let me get one of my tea light things and I'll show you what I do with these. So this is what I do with these. You could of course pour a candle right into these, that's what they're meant for, but I use them as tea light holders. So I make my tea lights and then I put my filler in here and I
put all the rainbow colored crystals in here to make it my rainbow chakra tea light holder. And these look like they arrived intact too. I've had really good luck with candle science. I think I've only had one jar that was chipped a little bit when it arrived, but they pack everything really well. These are their 3-wick tumblers, and I actually use these for my gratitude jars. And they look like this, and I get the bamboo lids, and I use my Cricut and my font that I have for my business, and I do gratitude here. And then I create a little scene inside these jars, and I put colored cards in there so you can write what you're grateful for and put them in the jar. And then at the end of the month or the season, you can read what you were grateful for and then start all over again. Super excited about these. And again, these all look good. So these are the ruby red little mini ceramic tumblers, which means I now have every single color of the rainbow and then some. I have every color that they make in this. And this was the container that I decided to go with for my candles, which I will show you one. So this is how I make my candles. Right now I'm putting a label on the front, but I think I'm gonna stop doing that and then instead go with these little dust covers that I made on my Cricut machine. So, and they're on paper that you can plant because they're embedded with wildflower seeds. So they'll have all the candle information, like the name and stuff, right on that, and you can just remove it. That way you don't have a label on the candle. But for now, this is what they look like. I don't color my wax in these candles. So this right here is the not glamorous part of running a business, is washing all my equipment, but it's a necessary part, very important part. So I did all that stuff yesterday. Welcome to day 3 of this little vlog. I'm sitting here at my desk in this room that we weren't doing anything with, so I turned it into my Zen den, if you will, but I have a little of everything in here. My desk is where I sit and I journal and I could do crafting. I've got a bookcase full of books in here. My Cricut machine, my craft supplies are in here. All my yoga equipment is in here. So this is the place that I come to create. I come to relax. I do my yoga, my breath work. I do crafting. It's a beautiful space that I created here to have my morning ritual. This is part of my morning ritual, where I come in here and I journal and I spend time alone, and I open the window and I listen to nothing. It's lovely. The birds, I get fresh air. There's trees right outside my window. I feel connected to nature. It's a very peaceful place for me to come, and I did this intentionally. I needed this. This was part of my own self-care routine. When I left my job on December 1st, I expected I was going to punch out and then the next day step into my business, say, here I am, it's time. And it did happen like that initially because I had my pop-up store. So I did just step into my pop-up store, and I was very busy with the holidays and stuff like that. But once December was done and January rolled around, that's when I started to realize how much healing I actually had to do. I mean, I had a huge loss. I had the loss of a job. And it was not just the loss of a job, but 30 years of something that I was used to doing, you know, as a career. And now I had stepped into the unknown, which was very exciting, but there was also a lot of uncertainties that came with it. And I started to realize that, geez, I've actually got a lot of healing to do. And as a nurse for 30 years, I have taken care of everybody else. And I'm kind of that type of person anyways. I try to be kind to people. I like to take care of people. But you learn very early on as a nurse to delay taking care of your own needs and keep taking care of everybody else's needs. So there were many, many times where I went without a break, and I didn't eat or delayed eating and delayed going to the bathroom, you know, to take care of everybody else. So when it came time to start operating a business full time, I have been having to learn how to take care of myself. As a nurse, I taught other people how to take care of themselves and improve their well-being. And now it was time for me to learn to do the same. And I always thought it was really interesting that I'm the one that makes all these spa products, and yet I'm the last person to use them. So this has been a very interesting adventure thus far. I've had to learn self-compassion, kindness towards myself, allowing myself time to take care of myself, my own needs, and allowing myself to accept that it's okay to do so. So that's been a huge part of this. The other thing was I finally expressed my anger over the loss of my job, which I hadn't done until recently. And that ended up being such a breakthrough for me because I had been afraid to be angry about it because I didn't want them to win. And my husband explained it's just the opposite. If you don't, express the anger over it, then they're living rent free in your head. And that's when they have the power over you, because then you're not doing what you want to do or what you were meant to do. It keeps you from that. And that really was the block that I had for about 6 months until I was like, you know what? I'm really angry about this. And once I said that, I felt like a whole new person. I felt great. It was like this weight was lifted off of me. So that was a huge breakthrough that I had. And ever since I said, you know what, I'm really angry about this, and I got it off my chest, I have been in my lab creating products like crazy. I've been coming up with all these new creative ideas. I've been like, yeah, it's time. Let's do this. So I removed that block, and now I'm feeling like, okay, I'm finally coming into my own here and getting out of my own way. And everything that I've been going through with all of this, it's been a huge transformation, of course, not just for me personally, but for my small business, because it has shaped what it is becoming, and it is shaping why I do what I do. So it's been very, very important for me to go through all of this. So that's why I come in here every morning. It's very important to me to have this ritual every day to spend some time taking care of myself, and then I feel like my tank is full and I can go about my day and I can be a better person for everybody else in my life. So with that said, I'm going to do some gentle yoga, and then I'm going to get some breakfast, and then I have a couple of errands I have to run today, but I am going to try to finish up some labeling and things in my studio, and we'll see where the day takes us. I did get another shipment today of supplies, so as you can see, I am swimming in supplies at the moment, which is a good thing, but I need to check all of these things in against my packing slip and make sure all the packaging looks good. So I got these bottles. I don't know if you can see them, but they hold about a half an ounce, and I use these for my nurse's hand cream, and these are nice to throw in your purse, or you can keep them in your scrubs, like if you were in cargo pants, put them in a pocket there. You can put them in a pocket on your scrub top. So this is a nice size to have, and sometimes I even do little samplers with my lotion in these, and I'll give them away to people. And I got 4-ounce plastic jars. I primarily use these right now for my foot soaks and my scrubs. My goal is to eventually move towards glass packaging, and in fact I have quite a bit of glass packaging in stock. I just haven't used it yet. I got a lot of glass bottles and glass jars of various sizes, but I just always keep these in stock. It's something I'm used to, and it's kind of like a security blanket almost. But there's certain things that I really am hesitant to put in glass, like my body scrubs. I really would rather keep it in plastic because people are probably going to bring it into the bathroom area with them, and I don't want them to drop it on a tile floor or something like that. So plastic's safer. But yeah, I still use some plastic. I want to move towards glass, but we'll get there. So I made all that stuff this week and took it to a party I was invited to. My friend was like, hey, why don't you bring a bunch of your products and we'll set a table up for you. So I did that last night and forgot to take a picture of everything. It looked really cute too. But everybody loved my stuff. So anyways, I'm going to bring all that stuff to the shop this coming week, which I think is what I'm going to do in the next video. I'll show you my little pop-up shop. I'll try to remember to film that. All right, I've got a tired pup over here. I'm just chilling on the couch, and I'm going to wrap this vlog up. I hope you enjoyed it. It was just kind of a random thing I put together, so thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.